Good evening. My video response is in regards to Joshua King. Joshua asks, is the relationship from North Korea and South Korea too deteriorated by lack of common beliefs as to be reunited into a single state again? Uh, Joshua, I think you have some other great questions here, but let's go and start with that. The first thing I would point out is what Wendt had to say about liberal and constructivist views. Wendt says, and I quote, "A strong liberal or constructivist analysis of this problem would suggest that 4 decades of cooperation may have transformed a positive interdependence of outcomes into a collective European identity, in terms of which states increasingly define their self-interests." End quote. Joshua, based on this, I think it's perfectly reasonable to believe that the peoples of North and South Korea could easily come together and work together towards mutually beneficial goals, the betterment of their societies, individually and collectively. The question is, can the people who are in power come together and work together? And typically, the way that it works is people in power want to stay in power by whatever means necessary. So as long as it's made clear, specifically more towards the North Korean leadership, that their options are to either lose all power or to go ahead and cooperate beneficially with South Korea, with the understanding that at the end of their terms, whatever those terms might be, the two peoples would be reunited again. Again, as long as their power is being threatened, I think they'd go along with that. I think they would understand that, you know what, this is for the betterment of not just myself, my family, but the entire society. And I'm going to go down in history looking as a positive individual who did the right thing in these circumstances, which is another thing that typically leaders want, is they want a legacy. So based on all this information and what Wendt has to say, I think the peoples could come together, and within a few decades, in the case of European society, 4 decades, we could see a reunited Korean peninsula. Thank you very much.